Well, hello everybody. Matt and Grant, managing partners and founders of the agency Bend right here in Central Oregon. We know the people have been wondering, all of our international fans that follow us on social media and throughout the internet, they've been wondering what we've been up to. And we've shared that we had a little bit of a secret for a long time, but new strange things are happening. Grant started an Instagram account. We're here in a new office, a new location, and we're with this new company called The Agency. And we understand there's some vagueness, some mystery around that sexy brand. And so Grant and I just wanted to share a little bit more, bring it out into the light about what we're up to. And so I'll start, Grant. What is The Agency?
Well, that's somewhat of an existential question. And there are many answers to that, Matt. I mean, up until about a year and a half ago, if you would have asked me that question, I would have said it's the CIA, which I think most people probably would have said associated with it. But the agency that we're talking about, that you can see on our branding and that we have fallen in love with, is a new take on real estate. And specifically, what I like to think about it, the agency is it's actually like a marketing company that happens to do real estate. And that's what attracted us to this brand, 15, 16 months ago, was the fact that the real estate's important and expertise is important. We're not losing that, but this company, more than any other that we have experienced, leans into the marketing and the sexiness that is associated with specifically selling real estate, but helping buyers and sellers.
You're exactly right. Nailed it.
Okay, I didn't know there was a true false or kind of a proctor of this exam.
You were right.
Okay, my turn. Gosh, I've been wanting to do this interview for so long. So one thing I've heard, Matt, is from a couple of people, and I'm kind of happy about this, is that people are like, I thought Robinson Ludwick was a brokerage. Yeah. So what can you tell the folks about what's different about the agency than what they thought of as just Robinson Ludwick?
Yeah, I love that. And you're right, it is a compliment because we put a lot of time and effort into branding the Robinson Ludwick Group. And we teamed up in 2014, formed the group, just the two of us, and then we brought on Leah, and have since grown to 2 licensed assistants, 3 other full-time agents, and our team has been under the Coldwell Banker banner since our inception.
Yeah.
But we've spent a lot of time, with our own logo and again, promoting the Robinson Ludwick Group, Buy, Sell, Bend. The Robinson Ludwick Group still exists. The whole team came over to launch the agency. We will continue to exist as an entity, but a lot less emphasis is going to be put on promoting the Robinson Ludwick Group now that we're behind a brand that has what we were looking for, the agency. So we will be promoting the agency Bend, the agency in Central Oregon, more than just the Robinson Ludwick Group. But the Robinson Ludwick Group is the foundation of our vision for what the agency Bend will become.
Yeah, cool. Thank you for that. I was unclear, so thank you for that answer.
You're welcome, absolutely. So why would you say, why did we make the move? Why is the agency better than what we were doing before?
Well, so, here's how I would answer this. I'd preface this by saying that I am, I personally had been at 3 offices before doing this, but largely and principally Coldwell Banker. And I'm extremely grateful for the time that I had and that we had at Coldwell Banker. Great people over there, great people kind of at all the spots that I've been at. But the reason that this is different and the reason that I think we're excited about this is because, principally because we own it.
Yes.
And so we can kind of captain the ship now. We get to set the culture. We get to, and this is what I'm really excited about, we get to bring on the type of people that we want to be around every single day. And so for those of you realtors that might be listening to this, that's talking to you and about you. We have a great real estate community here in Central Oregon. And we want to find not just those seasoned high producers, of course we do, but people of high character and have the same kind of passion and drive that we have had and fostered over these last 9 years, and just have a little bit more autonomy in doing that. And that was something that, as the Robinson Ludwick Group, we kind of felt was a limiting factor. We could have got Robinson Ludwick bigger, but we like the size of our little team. Now we overlay that with, we get to own this office and kind of set our imprint on just a bigger swath of the real estate industry. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, totally agree with you there. There's several other factors, but
But that leads me, I guess, right into our next question, Matt, which is, given kind of what I just said, like, what's our vision for how big we really want this operation to get?
yeah, and that's an important question. I think one of the reasons we signed up for the brand was really quality over quantity, right? We want a client to be able to walk into the office and we can point to any one of our agents and they'll be working with one of the best in town, if not the best. And so we are really going to focus on, like you were saying, aligning, the work ethic, the integrity, and the ethics, and just the drive that we've had in our careers and that we know other agents have, to bring those agents into our office and be working with like-minded folks. And like I said, that our clients can work with any agent in our office and will be serviced at the highest level that you could expect in Central Oregon and the country for that matter.
Yeah.
Our vision is not to be the biggest brokerage in town. Maybe by volume we end up doing that, but as far as the number of brokers, we're not going to be one of those offices that has 130 agents under them. I think as we've talked, our goal is to have maybe between 20 to 35, maybe 20 to 40 a few years down the road. But keep the culture tight-knit, family-oriented. We want to have fun doing what we do every day and also be very professional in doing it.
Yeah, cool. Sign me up.
So let's see, is this the last question? No. Can people expect anything different from us now that we are with the agency?
Well, I'd say that's a really good question. I'd say yes and no, okay? And the reason I'd say no first is because I think we've always prided ourselves within Robinson and Ludwick at being experts in the field,
Yes.
actually knowing what we're talking about, and being really good communicators and taking care of people. Those things I don't think that will change at all. Now, what will change, and what is, I think, kind of, we're excited that it's forcing us to change, is the overall level of marketing and the type of content that we're going to be able to put out there. And it's not for our own benefit, but for the benefit specifically of those sellers that want us. And what I love about one of the slogans, in fact, well, it's not this slogan, that's a good slogan behind us too, but one of the slogans of the agency, which does, kind of cater to the luxury side of things. One way to combat that is having the mindset of luxury not being a price point, but it's an experience. And so one thing that we're going to tell ourselves and that we're going to kind of seep into the culture of the agents that join us is, we all know that Bend and Central Oregon is getting much more valuable as far as real estate prices go. So we're going to see a lot more luxury properties and listings, but I don't care if you have a $500,000 house or a $5 million house. That is, by and large, the biggest asset and wealth driver in your life. And so when we're selling a $500,000 house, we want to give that same, which I love your line, white glove service to that seller or to that buyer on how we educate them on the market that we would to that $4, $5, $6 million buyer or seller. And so if we're doing a little self-analysis, we succumbed probably sometimes to not always putting that white glove service and that best foot forward when it was lower end property. And that is one thing that we want to change within ourselves, our own team, but with all the agents that join us here coming up at the agency Bend.
That's a great answer. And I think one thing I'd add is the collaboration of the company.
Yeah.
The worldwide company is very much a family, and they're very tight-knit. And I just love that word, collaborative. And I feel so much more enabled when it does come to the luxury listings, which that $2 million plus is becoming more and more prevalent, in our market activity. And I think we'll see $5 to $15 million sales in our near future. Well, before it was like, where do you access these buyers, these clients? Well, now we are connected to, the agents of the stars, and not just the stars, but, these high net worth individuals that are moving in from the Bay Area and LA and Scottsdale and Seattle and Portland. We have direct access to that network of high net worth individuals that are buying these homes. So we know where to go to market them and can share that with a click of a button to the entire agency family, which is just so powerful.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, your answer is probably better than mine. Good
No.
job. Okay, now we've come to what I think everybody's been talking about. It's been tweeted, twitted, whatever, I don't know what, but it's just all over the place, and inquiring minds want to know the answer to this question. Okay? And so we've saved the best for last. So, and I don't even know, but I think you're more on the inside. When can we expect to have our first cameo on the nationally syndicated radio. Or,
Oh, yeah.
A reality show.
March of 2024 is what I'd say.
March
Yeah.
of 2024. You heard it here, folks.
Our people are talking to their people. There's some contract negotiations in the works.
Yep.
And no, in all reality, it is cool. Any publicity is good publicity, and the Netflix show Buying Beverly Hills has been a hit.
Yeah.
And obviously, that very much is focused on the headquarters in Beverly Hills, and about the agency and agents down there. But it is a made-for-TV series,
Yeah.
and I don't know if Matt and Grant are cut out for that type of.
Oh, speak for yourself. I think I was born for it, baby.
Well, here's what I'd say. I do think the success of the show may lead to other agency franchises having their own. But I think most likely Buying Miami, Santiago is one sexy agent.
Yeah.
There, the bigger cities might get a little more, or maybe Buying Amsterdam. There's offices around the world. Buying Bend has a great ring to it, so I think our hat might be in the ring. One of these seasons we shall see.
I mean, who doesn't want to learn about irrigation water rights? I mean, nobody else knows about that in the country.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Septic systems.
I mean, gosh, that's good for at least 2 or 3 episodes. Okay, well, you know what though? This has been something that I've been hoping to do for a long time. This interview form, and just kind of pulling the curtain back. I mean, shoot, you've been my partner for 9 years and a friend for much longer, and I feel like I barely know you. So this is no, I'm kidding. This has been really fun and really good. I hope that this helps to educate the public, the real estate community, friends and family a little bit more as to what we've been up to. We've been super excited about it and have had to keep it under wraps. I could envision this, Zach Galifianakis has his Between the Two Ferns. This is kind of separated by a money tree, and I don't know if that series works or not.
On either side of a money tree.
But I'll tell you what, these chairs, I mean, I could sit here and do this for half an hour. These are incredibly comfortable chairs.
Just kind of part one of the new agency furniture. It's going to start looking good here in the coming weeks. So come by, say hi to us. We're right down the street from where we were at on Bluff Drive in the heart of the old mill. Bend.theagencyre.com. You can find all our information and listings there, and we're excited to make a splash here in Central Oregon. So come along on the journey with us. Reach out with any questions. We're fired up.
Come get a hat. We have plenty of them. We want to give them away. What a brand.
What a brand.